Peace, my family, and we're all back to you all. Those coming out at Good Cocoon for the first time, welcome. This is your girl, the butterfly. We about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all that good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that good mind. How y'all feeling? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up. In your higher nature family. And most definitely cleansing, because you know what's up. We gotta cleanse. Cleansing the loves. Came on today to express how y'all feeling on this good journey within. I know at times, you're going through the highs and the lows. Yeah, it gets real. But remember, you have all that you need inside of you to get through. The Most High stored everything you need inside of you. All of your gifts inside of you. And again, it's about recognizing what things are on the external outside of you, seeing what things are, examining what things are, paying attention to everything around you, right? In a way where, when you're trying to figure things out, being mindful of things, being present, that's what it's going to take. Because again, the Most High is always trying to talk to you, right? And it's up to you to pay attention to what's being said, right? And that's going to cause you to be by yourself a lot, right? Because you want to hear from the Most High, you got to be and learn to be by yourself. And it's about building, right? It's about tuning, right? It's about tuning in to the frequency, right? In order to do that, you have to be in complete silence and creating that inner peace within, like creating that peace within your sacred space, what you create in your life, right? Your reality must be in creating a sacred place, something that you can grow in, something that you can build in. Because family, you're going to need it. I mean, literally. That's why I say it's very important. And everything I speak on is things that I've been through or going through within myself, right? So I'm just letting y'all know that as well. So again, when you are being mindful of the company you keep, when you are being mindful of the things that you're doing and taking note, right, and working on yourself and building yourself up, this path is not this perfect path. Everybody thinks that, or maybe some people may think that, this path is somewhat, oh, you got to be perfect or something. Not at all. The Most High knows we are not perfect, right? But it's about striving to perfection and being the best you, and being real with yourself and being honest with yourself and building on that, right? And that's what's most important, because again, the Most High wants to bring out your highest potential. But how are you going to do that if we all continue to keep wrestling with things? And of course, that's a part of the journey. You're going to wrestle, because again, that's what's going to take you to different levels of it, right? And the path is yours. So it's everyone's time to, decide when, they want to maneuver and conquer some goals that they set along the way. Because the goals are going to matter, right? And that's what it's about. When you know you have things that you're doing that's destroying your body, things that is not in alignment with the Most High, because again, by you studying, by you reading our lifestyle, our true culture, and how you move and you compare the two, on how you've been moving in life, even starting up or going back, in childhood, right, on up to where you are today, all the things that you have done. I know a lot of people may feel like that's like, the hurtful part, the part that really hurts when you go back in the past and see all the things that has transpired in your life. But when you do that, whatever event that comes up in your space and in your sacred, space and comes up to the surface, it's something for you to examine. Forgive yourself and forgive others and keep it moving, family. Make peace with that. Talk to the Most High about that. Forgive yourself, forgive others, repent of those situations, because it's very important that you do so if it's something that's bothering you in that and you know you did wrong in it, right? And you know maybe the other people did wrong in it as well. So again, that's why it's very important that you begin to acknowledge, and take accountability for your actions and things that you have done, and make peace with it. One moment. Begin to see yourself in a higher light, the way the Most High sees you, and know that is at your best, with your flaws and all, right? And once we begin to really live in true reality of it all, realizing we're speaking on extraterrestrial beings, celestial beings, intergalactical beings, multidimensional beings, not angels, or you know what I mean? Because angels are messengers, but that's what we describe them to be, with the knowledge that we have. But now, as we begin to have the right knowledge, we realize in the facts, in the science, we realize that we're speaking on extraterrestrials, right? And children of extraterrestrials and celestial beings, children of the Elohim, children of the Anunnaki, children of the Neteru, right? And once we begin to really see these things for what they really are, right, and the reality of things, right, and how things were created and procreated, and seeing life for what it truly, really is, it will cause you to have a new perspective. And once you begin to really see that, though, your life will begin to shift. Because again, family, when you realize that we've been doing everything on this planet to destroy ourselves, and I know a lot of people know that's aware, right? And everything around you is kind of set up to destroy you, right? And so again, you have to look at things for what they are and begin to do the total opposite, family. Begin to speak life into yourself. Begin to take care of yourself. Begin to use the things from nature the Most High has given us, to take care of ourselves. Begin to listen to the words that the Most High says to you, right? And if you don't know, right, it's about speaking and praying about it, using your affirmations, making sure that you're feeding yourself positive thoughts and being, kind to yourself, because we're all going through things and you don't know what people are facing, right? Remember, this is all a spiritual experience, and this is spiritual warfare, right? And people go through spiritual attacks on this journey. I go through spiritual attacks and things like that, yes, all the time, right? Just saying. And of course, we are protected. I'm just saying, but it does, strengthen you as well, because it's like when you see certain things and you know certain things about what the Most High is showing you and things that's happening, you realize how deep it really is. And at the end of the day, you won't be having these experiences unless you are raising your frequencies and vibration. If you're on a low frequency, like I said before, we gonna be deaf, dumb, and blind, and walking around like the Walking Dead, zombies out here, right? And again, that's what it is. And this is how I have to say it, because this is how our descendants described it. And we living in dense things, and once we begin to truly awaken to that and realize what we're doing to ourselves, this is what the message is. We're destroying the planet. The message is, you got to stop destroying yourself. The message is, when you gonna listen, that's the message. So once we begin to see that we are way more than what they have told us, and life is way more boundless than what we ever can imagine. And once we begin to start, remembering things about who we are, and begin to have those DNA explosions by, having the right and correct information for you to learn about, the truth of it all, right? The facts of it all, the science of it all, right? Within our culture, Nuapu, right? The scriptures, because it's going to help you piece it all together, realizing where everything came from, ancient Kemet, Temporary Egypt. So, realizing who you truly are, right? Your true identity and your role that you play in all of this. And to get back to your godless state, you have to put forth that inner work. You have to put forth that action, family, because nothing is going to change, family, until you begin to make changes. That's just what it is. If you really sit back and examine your life, nothing happens, right, until you begin to apply yourself, to begin to make some moves. You can sit here and think about it all day, for months, for years, and life is going on, and you still haven't made that first step toward the Most High, right? Getting to know yourself, right? Checking out, the truth of it all, right? The right knowledge. Checking out the scriptures. Getting more into a deeper study of what the Most High really wanted you to know about yourself. And once you begin to see yourself in that way, you begin to clean yourself up. Because it's all about purity, right? And moving toward that. And people think that this is, extremely hard. But you have to remember that it's steps. You take steps with this. It's not something you can do overnight. This is a lifetime journey, right? And once you begin to clean up your ways of eating, clean up your ways of where you see food, cleaning up the ways of where you are seeing and what you're seeing with your five senses, cleaning up yourself with seeing how you truly see with what you're doing with yourself to cope with this life, family, because it's healthier ways to cope with it. As long as we are getting the proper nutrients that we need inside of our bodies to, get the fuel that we need, the nutrients that we need, that will power us up. The energy that we need is already, inside of us. We have to just open up those energy sensors. And those are the chakras. Those are, the nine heavens. It's real, family. On up, into that, crown chakra. But it's going to take time to you going through and studying, the chakras and what they really are for you. And, working on yourself and grounding yourself, starting from the root on up. And getting a hold to yourself with self-discipline and self-control with the external, and desires and wants of this world that truly, traps you here in this room, right? So it's about detaching and seeing things for what they are and focusing on the reason why you are here, which is focusing on the Most High Creator and what you must do while you're here. Clean yourself up and stop creating more on your plate, right? By continuing to keep getting caught up in the many things that we get caught up in, and the devil's web is real, family, and it's all there for you. And that's why it's so important to always be fed, always making sure you're feeding yourself that good soul food, the soul food from the Most High, which is, His words, because that's what's going to feed you, right? That's what's going to nourish you spiritually, and that's what's going to strengthen you as you keep going on the journey. It's going to be so many mind-blowing experiences, light bulb moments, and maybe certain things also that you may not understand. But let me encourage you, because let me just say, sometimes, at the time when I read certain things or I'm studying Some things I may not understand at that moment, but I continue on and I kept going until, I began to know and piece it all together, kept going. Because again, sometimes you may not understand at that particular time, but as time go on, as you continue to read, as you change to get into it, get to the next book and keep reading, you begin to get the answers to your questions as you keep going along the journey, right? It's not about, getting mad, because the truth is bitter, family. It's bitter and it's sweet too, but it's bitter. It's gonna get you going. Your emotions, woo, man, it's real. Can you handle the truth, right? It's real, family. So know that you can, and the Most High would not have sent this down to you. And this is things that you used to know, and it's things that you now must remember. So it's very important that you take heed to the true treasure, because that's truly what it is. It's the true gift. And so you can learn how to maneuver these realms, so you won't be surprised or bombarded with when certain things happen on this planet and you be looking around like, what is going on? You will know. And wouldn't you want to be in the know? I'm just saying, family, and stop falling for the lies out here that's telling you all these different things. That's not giving you no evidence. It's not giving you no facts. It's not giving you no science. It's not giving you anything but just words. Where they do that at? People can truly lie, family. But when, works speak for themselves, like our master teachers' works that speak for themselves. And you won't know until you actually took the time to actually get down and studying and seeing for yourself. You won't know. This journey is about you actually have to walk it. You can't be, like I said, on the outside looking in. You actually have to take that walk down the path. And eventually the Most High will begin to show you things. It's like, it's real. Like Yellow Brick Road or whatever, you're walking, certain things will happen, and it's like a whole new world begin to open up for you. This is exactly what happened to me, and that's why I'm speaking on it, right? But no, that you must be, well studied, because again, family, you have to be taught, right? And that's the way it is. The Most High wants to teach you. You have to be taught, so then you will understand and understand when you're going on and moving on to the next rooms once this all is over, right? And moving on to the higher life, right? Within the higher realms of existence, right? The higher planes, you begin to know certain things already. Your consciousness will be already raised, so you won't be, fearing, right? You already know. This is why it's very important for people to know the truth, because again, once you begin to know, it breaks you free from this nation. It breaks you free from the world, family, and gets you into, the reality of what life really is, back into that paradise within. So it's very important that we begin to see clear. And that's why the Most High sent this information down for us to know it all, right? So it's a beautiful place and time that we're in right now, being in this Aquarian age with all this good knowledge and information out here to help you grow, to help you develop, to help you to see yourself in the true light that the Most High sees you in, that's inside of you. And it's up to you to call it forth. You have to call it forth. As children of the Most High, you have to call it forth. You have to call on the Most High when you need help. And trust and know, when you begin to call on the Most High, He will begin to send you your help. Now, the answers will come, in many different ways. It's just through my experiences. And just know that working is worked in the unseen before it's actually seen in the physical. So it starts in the spiritual first. And it just starts with you calling on the Most High when you begin to really speak and talk, right? Just like you talk to a friend, like I said. Or just like you talk to anybody, right? The Most High is there, and the Most High is listening, whether you realize it or not, whether you know or not, because everything you do, like I said, you're not getting away with anything. Everything that we do is recorded and is being seen, and Your angels, your guides are here to help you get back to the Most High. But it's up to you to pay attention, and stay in tune when you begin to see the signs, and when you begin to learn what the signs really are. And as time goes on, the Most High will show you what those signs are, and it's going to be undeniable, right? Undeniable. So, stay tuned, pay attention. Pay attention to the people you choose, people you be around, random, pay attention. Pay attention to the things you do. Pay attention to the places you go. All of it matters, because you have to be in a good atmosphere where it's not clouded with all the chaos. You got to get by yourself. And you can go to healthier spaces, right? Places where it's chill, places where, you can still vibe, right? For fun activities, healthy, fun activities, right? Just to laugh and have fun. Nothing wrong with that, right? But remember, family, the journey is about you getting to know yourself. So remember, don't get caught up in it all, right? Making sure that you spend time with yourself, which is the best time that you can spend is with yourself, because that's where you hear the Most High most, by yourself. Just saying. So, for now, I'm going to leave it at that. Alright? Now, if you have any questions, you want me to do another video on something that you've been thinking about, something that you're going through, put in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. And again, family, I want you all to know, remember that you are loved beyond this world. Oh yeah. And in it, begin to spread that love, family, one to another. Be the peace that you seek. Release from Master Teacher, Dr. Malachi. Peace, shalom, hashug, divine love, family, and wadu. And it's all love.